What's up, guys? Got a pretty interesting day lined up for us. It's 5 a.m. and I'm going to the subway station to take the subway, Beijing subway, to the train station where I will take a 3-hour express train to the Great Wall of China.
Are you going to drink beer as water?
No.
啤酒
Get shot down by the military. Not just any part of the Great Wall, but this less touristic part of the Great Wall. And in fact, I'll spend one night there and then come back tomorrow to Beijing and explore Beijing itself. Probably watch the sunrise or sunset, you know, have a nice little adventure. Let's see what happens. Here's a Chinese subway entrance. See what it looks like inside. Look at these. Well, so I'm here. Where am I? Lama Temple. And I need to go somewhere here. It's where the North train station is. Let me figure that out. All right, I have no idea, but I mean, I know I have to go west, so I'm just gonna like try to get that way. And if I can't, they have this app called Didi in China, which is basically like Uber, and it's pretty cheap. You know, I came from the airport to here for like $10. So yeah, worst case, we'll do that. When we have security before you take the subway. I gotta take one of these. I don't know, left or right. Got two choices. I'm going here, Zihimen. Apparently it's pretty easy. I just asked the lady there, very nice. She showed me how to get the tickets and where to go. It's just 4 stops in the same line. Thought I was gonna go like 3 switches and whatever, but yeah. Right, we're here, Beijing Bay, North Railway Station. Actually a little early, but I have a problem with my tickets, so it might be good to deal with this. So I tried to buy a ticket and I bought it accidentally. I bought it from the next stop to my destination, and then I realized this, and I tried to buy another ticket from my current stop to my next ticket to my destination. But the app or the system understands that it's like a duplicate system, and it's, I guess, trying to protect me, and it's not letting me buy another ticket. And everything is like tied to your passport. So you can't like change your name or like use a different email, but you can use a different passport, which is what I did. But I'm gonna try to like make it all official under one passport, the one that I entered here with. And, so we'll see. Maybe I'll talk to someone to fix that. Success. These are the food options here. You see, only KFC is open at 6. I'm gonna need to get some KFC. Then I realized this looks like a Chinese KFC, you know? Red background, man's face. They sell food. Chinese KFC is not open, so I gotta go to real American KFC. Beijing Bay Railway Station. Grand old railway station. I was able to get a brand new ticket. Oh, look at this train station. Super serious. You have to go through like security and then you scan your passport to go inside. Serious stuff. In China, you can see all the cameras around me and the fact that I have to show my passport whenever I do anything. Really shows you that there is a bit of a surveillance state going on here. You know, that part is not exaggerated Western propaganda. You know, it doesn't feel like you're in North Korea, but like it's definitely present. Like I'm pretty sure I'm being listened to and watched at all times, and I'm being traced with my passport. He's going here, he's doing that, he's doing this, whatever, whatever. Oh yeah. Here's the train station. Pretty cool trains, I must say. By the way, it's only $1 to buy this ticket. Probably on a train like this, you know, express tickets, $1 to go 2.5 hours. That's insane. I can't tell what platform I'm on though, but the lady's directing everyone this way. So hopefully, I mean, that's gotta be it, right? Nothing else. And then pretty interestingly, like the camera's not gonna pick it up, but the officials here that are doing anything in the airport, on the subway, they have like a red armband, like how the Nazis used to have red armbands. It's I guess it's kind of like a piece of fashion that we avoid in the West. You don't particularly want to be representing that style, but not here, I guess. Yeah, that's my train to Gubei-ku, by the way. If you're trying to do exactly what I'm doing. The hotel I'm staying, the hostel I'm staying in is the Box or something. There's really only one by the Great Wall, and I haven't been there yet, but the reviews are all 10 out of 10, and I met some people who just came from there. They love it, so I feel like today's gonna be a good day, I'm hoping. Let's get on this train. All right.
那没看着你摁啥摁？
Alright, well, now all that's left to do is wait 2.5 hours. The sun will rise. Actually, the sky always kind of looks gray because of pollution, I'm guessing. Although it's not that dirty. Yeah, 2.5 hours later. That place is a bit more up north and like in the middle of nature, so might be cleaner air up there. Nice views. We'll see. This is Gubei-ku.
40，
对
，OK。
Well, we arrived and this guy like started talking Chinese to me, and he's gonna take me where I'm going. I don't know, he's trying to help me, but I didn't even ask for help. But we'll see where he takes me. This is the view. We're now in like a Chinese village. It's pretty nice. Not sure what's happening.
明天我接你可这站，要是你要让我接我可这站不行啊。
But we go
我只
我说明天我要
go together.
OK。
对。
你坐后座上，
Alright.
我得跟上司。你去的那个地方40元钱，没说你没说，你去的那个地方40元钱。
Didn't say where you're going. $40.
OK。这么能砍价？
Okay, so
美
it
国人
appears
不可真的，
that he
这
was
另外就是美国那个，然后人家不
offering to
砍
give
价
me a
给小费，
ride for money, I guess.
他给小费。
We settled on 25 yuans. He wanted 40, but we'll see. Well, Didi price is only 11.
我谁家也没住，我琢磨着住
But he
谁
says
家
there's
呢。
no Didi here,
嗯，
and I don't know. I don't know if I
我得
trust
看
him.
片儿，
I
我
also don't care, I guess, about a little bit of extra money. Chinese village. Let's see.
没有，
Here
这
you
个
can
好像我
see
听那个瞅那
a
个
little bit of the Great
天气
Wall.
方面。
So we get on our way to the hostel. Great Wall box house. Somewhere here in the village. The man is leaving. So basically, like, I was in the train getting out, and then he started asking me questions. I thought he was like being a nice, like, villager to a tourist. Like, oh, where are you from and stuff. He just wanted to take me. And he asked for like 40 yuan, which is a lot of money. Because Didi price is like 10. He said like there's no Didi here, and like I don't know, man. I don't. It's probably not true, but you know. Anyways, I ended up paying 25, and now I'm here. There's an actual villager working. So this is what I meant by like the non-touristy trip of the Great Wall. Also, like in China, you can like trust things like this because you know, like everyone is logged. You know, everyone's got their ID. Everyone's on their cameras always. So it's like a pretty safe place. Like that's what makes China safe. The fact that there's like big daddy government watching at all times. Yeah, that makes it safe. But like, you sacrifice freedom for safety. You know, it's always a question. Anyways, right? Like a prison is pretty safe. You can't have a knife, you can't have a gun, you can't even have a toothbrush because you can make it sharp and stab someone. But then you don't have any freedom. So like safety without freedom doesn't really matter. Anyways, let's go into our hostel.
然后从金山岭西门小商店后面走一段山路，会经过一户农家。
Alright, we are in for an adventure. There was a super helpful lady. Here's the village for the last time. So we have to get the fuck going because everyone in there was telling me, bro, you have to like start moving, you know? Because apparently this is like not a 2-3 hour hike, it's a 7 to 8 hour hike. And it's September, October, end of October now, and the sun sets around 5. So need to get some like water and stuff too. That's why I got my backpack and put some water. And I've had 0 food today. I woke up early, caught the train, literally nothing in my stomach. So I want to find like a market and try to at least pack some food as well. But yeah, it's just me, my camera for 8 hours trying to find the way. You guys left or right? I mean, what? I don't even know that. Doing another one of these random car adventures. This guy will take me to a supermarket and then to the entrance of the wall. Hopefully that saves me some time. So I was trying to get some food anyways. Yeah, people just I was literally walking, and then this guy stopped and asked me, hey, you want to go here, you want to go there, whatever. It's kind of like their free market, guys. Free market finds a way to offer services to those who seek by those who wish to provide. China is opening up. So here's the supermarkets. This is pretty much the only food they have here. And of course, always they have beer. Must have a beer on the Great Wall. But what am I gonna do for food? Deficient in calories. This is my purchase. Cool. 30 yuan. My calories for the entire day. Saving the day once again. You know.
Are you going to drink beer as water?
No.
Yeah,
Good. Chinese man approves. 谢谢。
Please.
All right, now I have my energy. Let's go climb this wall. See the wall?
卧虎山 Great Wall.
Yeah. That's the part that I will go at night. See it at night. Oh, you can see the Great Wall over here too. There's all the Great Wall. All right, let's go. Let's go. How do you say? What the fuck was that? How do you say beer in Chinese? 啤酒用中文怎么说？
中文怎么说？啤酒用中文怎么说？
啤酒。
嗯哼。
啤酒。
啤酒用中文怎么说？
啤酒。
啤酒。
啤酒 ，Yeah。啤酒。
啤酒。Beer.
Beer。啤酒。
啤酒. Cool. My first Chinese word. Most important one. All right, here we go. The hike begins. I think I did something pretty smart, you know? I got a ride to the market and skipped all of the, like, drove over all the boring parts. Just asphalt like this, you know? Probably took like 30 minutes for me to do this whole, like, market operation. But probably this walk would have taken 30 minutes. So, you know, makes sense. Let's go. Good old Chinese communist working people. I feel like I made a pretty nice balanced diet here, you know. We got protein and fat, carbs and water. That's a pretty good, it's pretty much all you need. It's a food pyramid, essential survival necessities. All with no plan. I feel like I need some recognition, some appreciation that I was able to pull this off. It's some random guy who happened to stop as I was walking. This is the playground people told me about. Means I'm on the right track. They said that I would pass a playground on my way up to the now where am I going? 24-hour tower, something like that. So I mean, like, you know, the Great Wall, you got the wall and then you got the tower parts. So tower, this is like a military thing, right? I mean, back then they're protecting, they built the wall to protect their city. And so the tower is probably like where they have a nice view of the enemy that can come from the outside. Now it's like a vantage point, so you can see nice nature and shit. But back then, it wasn't nice nature they were looking for. It was enemies with do they have guns? Well, Chinese found gunpowder, right? But did the enemy have gunpowder? Chinese found the gunpowder. Then did the information leak? And so they had to face enemies that also had guns and gunpowder and cannons, or were they able to use it themselves for a couple of years before the enemy was like, yo, what's this like? How are they throwing their cannonballs so far? Anyways, passing the playground. But my point is, the tower, once I get there, is most likely gonna have pretty good vantage point, because that was the whole point of the tower, you know. That's why they put it there. So we'll see when we get there. We'll cross that bridge, climb that tower when we get there. Mind the step. So now we're going up. The hike begins. You can see people up there. Can you see? Past the tree. Going up. all the way up. This Great Wall is pretty cool because it's basically like a staircase that they built that goes over the entire terrain, you know? They didn't say, oh, this part's pretty difficult. Let's put a hole in the wall here. Because then it wouldn't be much of a wall, right? So there's this giant wall that goes around and it goes over everything. Mountain, probably river, anything, any piece of nature. The Chinese did not listen and they built the wall over all of the terrain. Coming up to what seems like one of the first towers. And remember I said I'm going to like a bit of the non-touristic parts. It's because this part of the wall is still broken. Like it's not the nice renovated sexy looking tower. Whoop. So that's what I prefer. More genuine, you know, see something other people haven't seen, see something in its original condition. Imagine you're like a soldier here from back in the days and you're just looking out. Well, this is inside your own city, but imagine you're looking on the other side. You're like, every day is a boring day, you don't see anything, but one day you're like, Genghis Khan is coming. You have to run for your life, save your wife, save your kids. A Wang Tower is tall and has a wide field of vision. Some bricks were stamped. Watchtower is 10.5 meters long from east to west, 11 meters long from north to south, and 9 meters high. There are 4 whole arrow windows each side. Middle layer above the base adopts a 3-tube arch and 6-column structure. Central barrel arch is 3 meters wide and very spacious. Barrel arches on both sides are 1 meter. Blah blah blah. This is the most boring infographic I've ever seen. Just listing the fucking dimensions of the tower. Tell me what happened here. What went down? Some guy saw a soldier and he launched his arrow, hit him in the forehead, and saved the Chinese dynasty. The Qing, Ming, Qing, something dynasty. But no, it's 1 meters long, 2 meters wide. What shall I do with this information? Let's see the next tower. Maybe it's more interesting.
咱们跟他可以啊。
可以。
Photo.
哦耶！但是我们得留下照片。
How are you?
没，咱们。
放给老丢。
What are we doing? Picture?
来，给你一个啤酒。
No, no.
来，几厉害，我去。
巧克力。
You want beer? Thank you.
我给你照，来，我们照一个。
还行。
咱领。
我给你照。
Picture for fee for taking picture. You won't? Oh, okay.
怎么着？
你在这。
Oh,
这。
六颗命。
Okay.
眼睛啤酒。
拿着。
Maybe not my beer.
很好呀。
I never thought this would happen to me because I'm in Beijing, you know. Because you know, I've seen these videos of like white people getting like they're getting asked to take photos in China, but I assumed, you know, like China has been open for so many years that in the big cities they don't do that anymore. But anyways, happened to me. I guess I'm not in the big city. This is the village part of the big tower. I'm glad they gave me a Snickers. There's much needed calories on my foodless expedition on this 8-hour hike. Chinese Snickers, let's see. Maybe like Russia, at some point, if the US and China relations get bad, there will no longer be Snickers in China. Just like how there's no McDonald's anymore. But you know, this is like one of the best things that maybe happened to Russia, because now they just don't pay the franchise fee and they still run the restaurant and people still go to not McDonald's, Russian McDonald's and Russian KFC, all the Russian alternatives to these American brands. But now they just don't pay the franchise fee and everything works same as usual. Embargoes don't really work, guys. First of all, we gotta stop fighting, and then we have to negotiate better. Anyways, up on another, not tower, but I suppose this is kind of also like a tower in the sense that you can see everything, because now we're on the spine of the wall. This is what you think about when you think about the wall. You can see everything on the outside of the city and the wall. You can see the wall going all the way over the mountain landscape. Beautiful. You definitely should come here. Yesterday I was in Beijing and kind of explored by myself before I mean, it was my first day, so you know, still an amateur in China. But in Beijing, you know, I couldn't find that many things to do. I feel like this is a much better thing to do. If you come to Beijing, plan maybe like 2 days here. I only booked 1 night. I might stay another night depending on how I feel at the end of today. If we're done with the wall, if it's enough, then I'll go to Beijing. But if not, I can stay more. Be flexible. It's definitely a nice place. Here we have another watchtower. This one watches over a better landscape, quite a bit higher. I gotta scale up these stairs. This is what I mean by the more genuine Great Wall experience, you know. You're actually in the Great Wall. You see, there are no fucking tourists. You know, the other Great Wall is all gonna be full of tourists. Like, Chad, take my picture, Chad. Bullshit. It's a real experience cleaning up trash. Snickers is popular in Asia, I suppose, in China. Shall we carry on and take a little rest in this watchtower? Let's take a look at the view. That's the actual watchtower. Government is watching. Take a step up. I suppose you can go all the way up also, but no need. The view is the same. Is that a part of the Great Wall, or no? It goes like that, I guess. This is like they're like mining for minerals or what? That's what it looks like. It's like when I was in Hajang Loop, they were mining for limestone along the way. It was so dusty. I remember I had to cover my face and my hair was full of dust. And lips were dry and anyways. Those were like probably the same mountains. In Hajang Loop in Vietnam, it's like North Vietnam, and you're like by the border of China. Well, no, it's not the same mountains, because now we're in the north of China. But if it was the south of China, I guess that would make more sense. There must be a wall in the south of China too, right? Someone please correct me. Anyways, let's keep going. One more tower. I'm not gonna take any more tower videos. It's the last tower you see. Kind of like when you come to Asia, you see your first, you go to your first temple and you're like, oh my god, it's a magical temple, amazing. Go to your second temple, third temple, and after the fourth temple, they're all the same. Unless it's like a rat temple in India. Check out that video too. If it's like a unique temple, then you know, it's worth going. But if it's like a classic one, where they just burn incense and you know, you don't have to do it anymore. the rest of the watchtowers will be like this. So look at this wall. You have to scale. I guess this is a part of the adventure, you know. Pretty sure the touristic part of the Great Wall is not like this. You just walk. That's why everyone's there. You know, there's no point in going to easy places. Well, not there's no point, but when you go to easy to get to places, it loses the vibe because it's easy to get to, so everyone comes there, and then it's not genuine anymore. It's like I said in one of my other videos, there's this Kaling Kaling beach or something in Bali, the one where I had to like scale down a bunch of like unpaved, in the beginning it's paved, but then it's just like rock climbing the way down, and we were with flip-flops. In fact, our flip-flops broke. We're just bare feet coming back up in the dark. It's like a 2 hour down, 2 hour up. Well, now they're building an elevator, so now everyone can go down. Well, which is like, you know, I guess like if you're a grandma and you also want to enjoy the beach, should you not have that right? Who am I to say? But like, does it ruin the vibe when like everyone can come there and you have this like big metal structure, this big elevator that's on the cliff of the beach? It does kind of ruin the vibe. But you know, we live in a society, and we can't just say, hey, it's only me that gets to enjoy this. So, you know, before they build elevators and convenient ways of getting to nice nature spots like this, you better come enjoy it when you have the opportunity. There's no one. There's literally no one. I see 0 people on this wall. Time to go. Let's keep going. It's a pretty it's not a strenuous hike, but I'm just getting warm. And I wore pants and I had a jacket. Took off my jacket, but can't take off my pants, unfortunately. Actually, I suppose I can, because I imagine the rules for lower body wear are written in a way such that you must cover certain things. And you know, underwear technically qualifies, but it's just socially not okay. I wouldn't do it, guys. That's not what I'm saying. But legally, you probably could. Let's continue the rest of the hike with this detailed image in your mind. Chalo, as they say in India. Chalo in India for let's go. Jam jam in Nepal for let's go. Vamos in Spain, let's go. Hadi in Turkish, let's go. Let's go in English. I said in one of my other videos, it's the first thing I'm gonna learn when I get to a new country. But the first thing I learned in China was how to say beer. So I suppose my 2 favorite words in every language is let's go and beer. Öl, Norwegian. So you say beer. The classic themes in my videos: beer and moving fast. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm pretty tired, I must say. Got the map here. So we are here, universal symbol, meaning you are here. This is the 24i tower, and after that should be like a military area. This is such a remote part of the wall, such that they built a military base here. So you have to deviate off the wall. Oh, I can see it there. You see the barbed wires? So you deviate off the wall, make sure to not go into the military base. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to be sent to a Chinese prison. And then join the wall once again. Let's see. Probably video is not a good idea. The military base also. So see you guys after that point. Seems like guys, there's no way to go through here. Get shot down by the military or something. Bye. save the village, slay the dragon, get the princess, save his mom, blah blah blah. Thing. Gotta get. Oh. Oh. China.